What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Welcome into a brand new series. I'm just going to actually change the highlights because I think, actually, I'm not sure what we're on. So we want, there we go. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's that. So we are back into it. We are playing as the Australian team. We'll run through the side in just a second. We do have a couple of changes than, I guess, probably what you would have expected. Matthew Wade is out with a finger injury, so he's out for another 9 days, so he is going to miss most of the group stage games, which means we do have a young player who we used in our 2016 Australian career in the form of Benny McDermott. He is making his debut for the national side here today, batting at number 7, so hopefully he can go and grab us some runs, grab us some good catches as well, because one thing I must say about McDermott is I don't really know, it's been played at miss-set, I was going to say, I don't really know why he didn't go up for the appeal there. But one thing about him, he is very, very good behind the wickets. He will take your stumping chances and he will take your hard catches as well. So, really looking forward to that. Just as I say that, I'm talking him up. He goes and lets through 4 byes. We do have the pace, I guess the pace foursome that Australia were looking to unleash at the Ashes later this year. However, it has just been released, I believe, on Thursday, that James Patterson is out indefinitely, I think with a lower back stress fracture or something like that. So he is out of the Ashes, which is a huge loss for the Australians, especially with how well he has been playing over in the county circuit this year. He's been scoring runs, been taking wickets, so he is a huge loss. And that one there has been taken by McDermott, so we will definitely go and take that. Hazelwood gets his first. He's one of those guys, Hazelwood, that I do like to continue bowling with, not just give him the 4 or 5 overs at the start of his spell. I do like to keep him going in quite deep. I'm going to give him one more because he did pick up that last wicket. And if he can get Guptill here, where he has just gone and just narrowly missed the off stump, then we will be in for some business. But the only other real change to this side, Pat Cummins is in. Stoinis is in ahead of, I was going to say Faulkner. Faulkner's playing, actually, Cliff. But he is in ahead of Maxwell just because Maxwell is out of form at the moment. He's not playing very well. So Stoinis takes his place in the middle order. It also did come down to the fact that we are playing in England at the moment where, you know, the pitches aren't really susceptible to turn as much as when you go and play somewhere like the subcontinent. So that, well, I guess that did influence the decision not to play Maxi in this game here. But it seems to be going pretty well to start off with. We do have probably Guptill and Williamson, 2 of New Zealand's more dangerous players in now. And the only one issue that I do have is possibly between Faulkner and Stoinis, that 5th bowling option could be potentially a little bit weak and it could leak some runs. So we are going to have to hope that they can get the job done. Really would like a wicket. If we could grab a wicket soon, then we could look at going and bringing both of them on in tandem and just, I guess, killing 2 birds with 1 stone, I would have to say. But these two, Williamson and Guptill, looking very, very good on a pitch that isn't great, it must be said, but they are making it look very easy to bat on here. And I am going to have to bring in Stoinis now. Hopefully he can be the golden arm that we need and pick us up some wickets. It was, oh, I think he's gone and got us one, boys. He has, the umpire raises the finger, triggers him, and I think that one there, yeah, was going in to hit leg stump. So a good decision by the umpire, and it is Guptill who is gone. He was looking very good as well. He was 59, just starting to get his innings on a bit of a roll, and now the wickets are beginning to tumble for the Kiwis as Faulkner has gone and picked up his first. Stoinis, why didn't I bring you on earlier? If you can pick up Kano here, KW, the New Zealand captain, I will be absolutely over the moon. He's gone and past 50. Faulkner is coming into his 6th over here now, so probably using him a bit more than I would have liked, but they have gone and done the job, these two. They've picked up a wicket each, which is more that can be said about quite a few of the other bowlers. Going to bring back Joshy Hazelwood to try and grab us something, and then unleash basically the pace trio of Cummins, Pattinson and Stark in the back end of the innings. So hopefully it works for us. I did try the twin pace attack. Oh, why am I bowling Stoinis? Why am I bowling Stoinis? I did try the pace attack, the pace duo of Milne and Lockie Ferguson in my New Zealand career. It didn't really work out for me as well as I would have liked. So that's something that we do need to, I guess, take into account, that sometimes with the pace, with the extra pace off the ball, with the extra pace coming from the bowler, it does mean that there is extra pace coming off the bat as well. But we have gone and picked up Anderson. He was looking dangerous today, just scoring boundaries at will. Did have a few free hits in there, but we can't really take that away from him. He is a great striker. And as I said earlier in the episode, Ben McDermott, I'm not really too fussed. If he's batting down at number 7, he did score runs for me in 2016. But even if he doesn't score me too many runs, if he's going to save runs and take chances behind the stumps, you've got to be happy with that, and you can't complain too much. Kane Williamson will probably have something to complain about here because he is out. Well, he won't complain about it, but he will be disappointed that he's out for 88 LBW. And that does bring Neil Broom into the crease, who I was going to say did get off the mark with a 6, but that was not the case. That was his second ball that he did manage to hit for 6. And a potential run-out opportunity here. I was going to say, don't think that the bat was grounded in time. Apparently it was, said the square leg umpire. Didn't go upstairs or nothing. And there is 6 overs left to go. With Stoinis bowling those couple of extra overs, it does make it a bit easier for me. It means I can rotate things around if required. If Patterson does continue to keep getting hit, then we can look at swapping him out. But Stark has just been Mitchell Stark. He's been impressive as ever, picking up wickets, being fairly economical as well. You've got to remember that this guy bowls at the start and the end of the innings all the time. And I'm probably, the way that I have worked this, I am going to have to use... Oh, you are kidding me. Who was that down at mid-on? Or, no, that was mid-off, sorry. That has just dropped an absolute sitter. And that is not really what was needed. I think that was off Neil Broom as well, who was going along quite nicely at that stage compared to Luke Ronke, who was struggling. But it's going to be a good chase here. It's going to be a good total that we are going to be looking to try and track down, especially with this onslaught that the Kiwis have had towards the back end of their innings. Broom gone for 37 off 31, and just the 6 coming off the last over. Pretty uneventful over from James Patterson. Does mean that we require 267 for the win. We do have an informed Warne, an informed Kawaja. Oh my God, what am I saying? I've put the kiss of death on him. I said we've got an informed Warne. He's gone for a second ball duck, and that is going to make things rather difficult for the for the Aussies. Sorry, I was going to say the Kiwis. It's so confusing doing these series side by side, especially with like my Don Bradman. My Don Bradman's the same, you know. Like some of them are Kiwis, some of them are Aussies that we go and play through. So it just messes with your head. But Southie seems to have the ball on a string, just moving it around very, very nicely. And Trent Boult, surprisingly, has been the guy who has been hit. Normally, it's the other way around. Normally Trent Boult is very economical. He's a guy that doesn't go for many runs whatsoever. But Stephen Smith has got other ideas today against the Kiwi quick. They are going to sneak through for a single here. No way that that is outrun out. And that was a good over. That's what we needed in the context of the game, because things were, I don't want to say starting to look a bit dire, but with the run rate required at 5, we really need to utilise these first 10 overs and get a decent score on the board, which is what we have gone a good way to doing. I think Kawaja is probably just going to be saved here because of the fielding restrictions. Got a big leading edge, which actually went and just missed the fielder. But just got to keep going, keep scoring these boundaries when we can. And Steve Smith is just absolutely tonking it around the place today. Another run-out appeal, which we did actually skip. I thought that was just going to be 4 runs. But not so the case. It was a run-out opportunity. So that's why you shouldn't go and always skip through straight away. They are going to scamper through here, and I believe that is 50 for Smith as well, coming in very quick succession. And just after he gets that 50, he does see his teammate Kawaja gone for 29 off 26. Smith 50 off 38. And another player who was in very good form going into this tournament is Chris Lynn. So we'll be hoping that he can go and cash in here on what does seem to be, it's at the start of the innings, it did seem a bit hard for the Kiwis. But it does seem to have slowed down a bit, and it is just coming onto the bat very, very nicely at the moment. And the one thing I think that could cost the Kiwis, not only in this game, but in the tournament itself, and you may or may not have seen that when it had their batting card, but they're only really playing 2 out-and-out bowlers in the form of Southie and Boult. The rest of them are, I don't want to say bits and pieces cricketers, but are guys who are more all-rounders. I think Santner is at 8, Colin de Gronholm at 9. You've obviously got Anderson in there as well. So there is plenty of bowling options, but only the 2 out-and-out bowlers, which could come back to haunt them, especially playing on a very good pitch against a very good batting attack as well. I'm not too sure who else we have in our group, to be fair. I think we have England and Bangladesh. So possibly against England, it could be a bit of a struggle for them. Bangladesh, depending on how they turn up on the day, obviously have been very good against New Zealand in recent times. I'll be the first to go and admit that we have struggled against Bangladesh. I know we lost to them in Champions Trophy, and I believe we lost to them in a tri-series with ourselves, and Ireland before the Champions Trophy did actually start. So this is a good opportunity here for Stoinis as well to really, I guess, try and make... I mean, he's probably not going to bat at number 5. He's not going to bat number 5, you know, when the side is fully in and ready to go. He's going to be, you know, your number 6, possibly your number 7, depending on who is playing wicketkeeper and whereabouts they are batting. So this is a good opportunity for him. Slightly up the order. He does have a lot of time to play with, as does Stevie Smith. 101 off 81. What a start he has gone and got off to in this tournament. You cannot ask for much more than that from your captain, with 100 in the first game of the tournament, especially chasing as well. But back to Stoinis, as I was saying, a very good opportunity for him. He does have a bit more time. He doesn't have to go out and play the smash and grab role, where he's just trying to get runs in a very quick succession. He has had time to play himself in, and he does have time to bat through with Steve Smith to win this game, which would be huge for his confidence. Not a young man anymore, but in his international career and I guess in his games that he has played, he is still very much a young, inexperienced international player. I don't think he's even played, to be fair, that many domestic games either. Don't get out, Stevie. Stevie! We keep getting out to de Gronholm. He's probably, I don't want to say the Kiwis' worst bowler today, but probably the least threatening, especially now that he is just a medium pacer. But he is getting the ball to move around and zip around quite a bit, which he'll be happy about. And we just need to make sure that we can hang in here. Faulkner and Stoinis, I guess both of them kind of playing for that number 6 role. If Maxwell does regain some form, you'd probably see him slot into the number 5, unless Finchy finds some form. There's plenty of pieces to the puzzle in this Australian side. If Finchy, I guess, finds his form, possibly could look at shifting some people down, possibly down the order, possibly Chris Lynn to number 5, Kawaja to 3, and Smith to 4, just so you can keep that left-right combinations going as well. But just the 4 runs needed now for the Aussies to pick up the win in this first game here, and Stoinis has almost gone and got himself out. In this game, really, I didn't expect it to go this close and this down to the wire, but it has, and we have only won with about 2.1 overs left to go. Only 4 wickets down, so it was very comfortable throughout the game. Could accelerate if needed to, but Smith, that 124 of 112, and Stoinis, a very mature innings from, as I said, the young, inexperienced international player, with his 74 of 99, taking his team home. He did also pick up a wicket as well. So things are looking good for Stoinis. Things are looking good for Australia in this tournament as well. After a first-up win against the Kiwis, I believe we do have England next, who did have a huge win against Bangladesh, looking at that net run rate. Sorry, we got Bangladesh and then England last. So a win against Bangladesh here would almost guarantee us a spot in the semi-finals, which we can't really ask for much more than that. But anyway, guys, going to wrap things up here. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button, give this video a thumbs up. If you are new, please do subscribe. And until next time, ka kite anō. See you soon.